on the show is here. Well, Mubarak Haruna Osirimisa is an international student from Nigeria. He's a mathematics and computer science major. He will introduce himself more to us, and he will tell us more about his school and all he has done, to be the best of who he is. He grew up in a place where I stayed too in Lagos. We call it a ghetto area, Jota, Lagos. He was born into a very religious Islamic family. He started reading the Quran at a very tender age. He arrived in America in 2018, where he has gone on to hold several leadership positions, and his love for soccer, or what we call football back home, has landed him with a prestigious scholarship at St. Mary's University, St. Mary College in California. I will bring in Mubarak now to join us. Hi Mubarak,
Up,
good to see you,
guy?
man. How are you?
I'm I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I was just reading a little bit of a bio to my audience, so they can know how important you are and how much your story has influenced so many people. So, how's your day, first of all?
It's going well. Pretty good. Chill. Went for a run this morning. Did some workouts. Just chilling. What about
Nice.
you?
Mine has been good. I had to go help a friend and had to do some run around as well too to Walmart to get food and all that. So you know the drill.
Yeah, I know the drill.
Yeah, and anyway, before you came on, I was talking about the Trump administration's policy to send us back home if
Mhm.
we didn't have in-person classes, which I think is
Yeah,
terrible. And someone just
yeah,
said, I'm so glad that the policy was turned over. I have so many friends at my school from Brazil and other countries that would have gone back, that would have to go back. So glad it was overturned. Yes, what do you think about the policy in the first place?
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I saw it, I just knew it was just the way to get all campuses open for the fall. It was just we're
Yeah.
just used as like a tool for their initiative, and I actually knew that it wasn't going to hold. There's no
Oh, yeah.
way that was going to hold.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
one thing we do as international students, we try to stay away from politics because we know
mhm.
how dangerous American politics is, how polarizing it can be on two ends of the spectrum. So, well, we're glad we're safe now. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so let's leave politics aside. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell my audience your place of origin and something you want us to know about you.
Okay, my name is Mubarak Osira Miza Haruna. I'm 21. I'm from Auchi in Edo State, Nigeria.
Cool.
The first of three children.
Yeah.
I come from an Islamic background. Um, yeah, and I enjoy helping the less privileged a lot. Yeah,
Yeah. So you say you come from a place called Auchi in Edo
yeah.
State, Nigeria. Funny enough, I told you when we talked the other day, I stayed in that state for 7 years.
Hmm.
It's a wonderful place. I like the people there. They're nice people. All right. So
Yeah.
America. Why America in the
Hmm.
first place? Why did you choose to come to America to study?
Hmm. I mean, when it comes to education, it doesn't get better than here. I mean,
Okay.
the top 30 universities in the world are in America.
Okay.
Um, Secondly, the global diversity is something that really attracted me here.
Okay.
There are over a million international students here, so you get to learn, different people's cultures,
Yeah.
their identity, where they come from. Um, and lastly, um, California in particular, because all the tech startups are here, Google, Facebook, Amazon, and
Yeah.
since I'm a computer science major, there's nowhere better to get an education than California. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. For us, we don't like California. No, I don't like California. It's cool, yeah, really, but it's hot. It's
Hmm.
very hot.
Yeah.
So I like the cold and the snow.
It's
So
like summer all year round.
true, true.
But like
I like.
Boston, the cold there
Oh yeah.
frightening.
Well, I'm used to the cold already, so that's fine. Is that your nephews and your nieces
Yeah,
around?
bringing making I can't stop them. I mean, Yeah.
It's okay. It's always good to have nephews and nieces around, running around. That's wonderful. I have so many
Not
of them, so I know the drill.
I'm not that old. I'm not that old yet. I'm the first child, so I should be the one to have children first.
So whose
my,
kids
my
are those?
little
Your
cousin,
auntie's kids?
my
Your
little
cousins?
cousin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Well, it's cool to have them around still. All right. So, in applying to come to America, how's the application process for you? Was it very smooth, or how did you go about applying to come here from Nigeria?
It was extremely tough. I mean, the requirements are so much.
Okay.
Um, oof. I think so the first time I went for my interview, I actually got denied, and that was like really heartbreaking. I thought that, my dreams of coming to the US to study were over. But
Yeah.
then I got a second chance. I got an expedited interview.
Okay.
So I went a week after my first interview, I went again. And then throughout that period, I was just praying, just praying, just praying, fasting, just hoping for the best. And Alhamdulillah, it worked out. I think applying to junior college is much easier because the acceptance rates are much higher. Um, so that was pretty easy. But for the transfer process, that is much, much harder. In total, I applied to 9 universities, UC Berkeley, Davis, Irvine, Santa Barbara, LA, Riverside, Stanford, Yale, of course, St. Mary's, and
Oh, yeah.
Illinois Tech.
Yeah.
And I had to write 4 essays for the UCs,
Mm.
3 essays for private schools. I had to list all my accomplishments, community service projects,
Yeah.
research. Had to include a personal statement from both my academic and athletic resumes. Um, Luckily, I'd already requested for recommendations. Are you there? Can you hear me?
We lost you there, people. We got you. Yeah, I can hear you now. We lost you there,
Okay.
people. Can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. I was saying that luckily I had already requested for recommendations like 6 months prior to application time. So I already had 6 in hand. That was very helpful. Um,
Yeah.
then also had some colleges also require interviews. So those were pretty good too. Yeah, there's just a lot of requirements, but my advice would just be to be specific and honest, especially in writing your essays. Like they want to see like who you are. You should be proud of all your achievements and you should boast about yourself. Don't just talk generally about stuff. Go into the specifics. What did you do?
Yeah.
Who did you work with? Who did you collaborate with? What did you learn? How have you helped others? How's the education that you've gotten impacted you and others? So just shine through your application.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
And that's important. One thing they look out for in applying is your application, your story.
Hmm.
Your story must be able to connect to the admission body. That way, they can know a little bit about you before they even see you. So
Yeah.
telling your story in details is important when applying to study in any school, not just in the UN, but anywhere in the world. So coming to a big country, America is huge. It's crazy. It's
Mhm.
huge. How was it for you? Was there anything that was any challenges you had, in terms of coming to adapting in a new country?
For me, I would say none, but in terms of college life in itself in the US, I would say sometimes I felt homesick.
Okay.
So, um, yeah, that really hit me, especially my first semester. So just talking to my family back home was pretty helpful. And because college life in the US is so rigorous, I had little to no time to sleep. I was barely sleeping throughout the semester. Every day it's work, 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 work. Because my typical schedule would be I wake up at 4 a.m., pray, and then I have to get ready. for school before 6:30. Have to catch a bus and then a train, and then I have to be in class at 8 a.m. for my math class, and then after that, I have to take another train to another campus. That's where I tutor at the Learning Center for 6 hours. Then after that, I'll typically go to the gym, soccer practice, have my PTK meetings, student government meetings, all that stuff. And then I have my computer science classes in the evenings, typically from like 6 to 10. And then I don't get home until like it's 11. And then that continues every day. And then I even have classes even on the weekends, on Saturdays when I should be resting. So it's
Hmm.
pretty tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the American life because there's no slowing down. There's no time for you to rest so much. Because you have to be the best in your class, get the good grades, be in class in
Hmm.
time, go to work and make money. Because how do you pay for bills if you don't work at the same time? So you're running between
Exactly.
class and work, class and work, and class and work. So there's no day to rest. Maybe Sunday,
Yeah.
but you still have to do chores
Maybe so.
like laundries, all that. So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about life in your community college and why you chose the community college in the first place.
So Merritt College has a lot of rich history. If anyone knows, Merritt is the home of the Black Panther Party. So
Okay.
founders, Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale, used to have their Black Panther meetings at Merritt College back in the 60s. So
Okay.
to just attend school with such rich history was something that was very appealing to me. And
Mm-hmm.
then Merritt in particular has this breathtaking view of the whole San Francisco Bay Area. You can see everything.
Oh.
You even see the Warrior Stadium from because it's up in the hill, in the Oakland
Oh, I
Hills.
see.
So it's really beautiful up there. And then it's known for its strong computer science program and statewide recognized soccer program. So yeah, I mean, Peralta colleges, I'm so blessed to have been a student there because it's not just Merritt College. There are four other colleges I was also attending, but Merritt home college.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's Laney College, also in Oak. There's
Okay.
Berkeley City College in Berkeley and College of Alameda in Alameda. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so why did you choose community college in the first place? Why?
Ooh, I wanted to ease myself into the whole U.S. College life experience, and that
Okay.
was something that community colleges would offered me, and that smaller class sizes, you get more personalized attention, you're able to collaborate with your fellow classmates, attend office hours, and those are things that are not available at typical um, traditional four-year universities because of the large student body. Like nobody has your time. You have to navigate everything. So attending community college is like much more helpful. And statistically, JUCO students do much better than traditional four-year students in the long run. And it also gives you the opportunity to get into top universities. Because when you get grades, you're able
Yeah.
to get into the Ivy UCs from, but
Yeah.
going straight into a big traditional four-year university can be very tough for some. But I just wanted to ease myself, you know, through the process.
I agree, yeah, and I think that was one of the reasons too. I chose that path as well too. The small size classrooms and of course the affordability, very affordable. The things you can do, the same courses you would take in a 4-year college, the first 2 years in a 4-year college, it's the same cost you would take in a community college at a more cheaper, very very affordable rate, and that's a good reason to, of course, to choose the community college route if you want to come
Hmm.
to America. All right, I know you have a vast leadership experience. So can you tell my audience about your leadership experience from Fight to the Kappa and all things you've done so far?
Okay. When I first um got to Peralta, I was very shy. I was just doing my own thing, attending. is working out, playing soccer. That's all I was doing. Like you never see me like chilling somewhere. It was just back to back to back. And
Yeah.
then as second semester rolled in, I got more involved on campus. So I served as the vice president of the Associated Students of Merit College. That's the
Okay.
student government body for merit. So I was in charge of running the day-to-day affairs of the student government and student activities on campus. I was also vice president of leadership for Phi Theta Kappa. Our chapter is called the Beta Theta Lambda chapter. So I was in charge of all the leadership components of our Honors in Action project. So last year we did a DKMS blood drive, if you know that, where
Yeah.
we swap students in the hope of getting matching blood what's it called blood
The blood type or
no, it's bone marrow, yeah,
bone marrow.
to
Yeah.
help blood cancer patients.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we also had like an immigration celebration where we had councilwomen like Barbara Lee, Rosie
I
Rios
got
come
it.
over to us. And then I served as the Merit College delegate for the Student Senate for California Community Colleges, SSCCC. So what that is, there are 116 California community colleges, and we go to the General Assembly, and then we vote on resolutions to be passed across all 116 colleges. So maybe I could pass a resolution like all the campuses should be tobacco free, and then we vote on it, and then if everyone agrees, it's now passed to the California General Assembly, and hopefully it's adopted across all the 116 colleges. Um, I served as captain and head of team operations for the men's soccer team at Merit. I also worked as an academic tutor for both the general student body and students with disabilities. And apart from that, I'm involved in a handful of nonprofit organizations. I have my own SWG football club that teaches the youth back in Lagos soccer. We go for competitions, play against other clubs. I was involved with Gear 'em Up. It was a volunteer position where we gave athletic apparel to underprivileged athletes in developing countries. And then I'm also involved with Inspire Youth Initiative, where we cater to African students, those that are less privileged, and just help them get a better future. So it's a ton of leadership positions.
Yeah, I used to think I've done a lot, but no, 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 you've done
No, you've
so
done a
much.
lot. You you served on PTK's international board.
Yes,
That is like the top leadership
right.
position for
It's
PTK.
yeah, like I told you, it's always humbling for me. All the things we've done, all the places we've gone to, it's not even close to half of where we want to be. So we have to stay humble to remember what the end game is, and that's
Humility is
what's up.
very important. Very.
True. I love the idea of what you guys do in California with the community colleges. Going up to your going up to your as House of Assembly and having that discussion on what affects the whole community colleges in California. I think it's
Mhm.
something I will talk to Missouri hopefully about, and if they would listen to do that, it goes a long way to show the love and cooperation between those in government and the students themselves, which is cool. I think it's cool. And
Yeah.
again, so your love for soccer, how did it start? Tell me, 'cause I know you love
Oh,
soccer. So tell me.
wow. Um, I've been playing ever since I was born. Literally, as soon
Okay,
as I was
okay, I
born, I
agree.
was already playing something. I was always. I grew up as an Arsenal fan because my dad was an Arsenal
That's
fan. So
mm, 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 mm,
yeah,
mm, mm,
I know.
mm,
I know. I enjoyed watching Thierry Henry,
oh
Perez.
yeah,
I mean that 03, 04 team was
yeah.
amazing.
I
So
agree.
how I grew to love soccer is when I watch them during halftime or after the full time.
Man
I would
United.
I would go outside because I didn't have a soccer ball then, so I'll kick like bottle tops or like
Yeah,
plastic cans and just try to emulate what they would do, and
yeah,
then I'll end hurting my feet a lot until my dad got me a regular size ball and just like try to emulate what they were doing. Because
yeah,
funny enough, I didn't grow up as a natural like soccer player. I remember the first time I ever stepped on a field, I'll always like use my hands to control the ball. Like I'll bend down and like use my hands to control the ball. And
yeah.
then that day, I remember that particular day, I got a red card and I was confused, like I was meant to be played. So they didn't let me come back and play with my friends, and I was so upset. Like I didn't understand until I now. Oh, you're not meant to use your hand to touch the ball as an outfield player. That's
Yeah,
when I started, you know, training, working hard. Growing up, I used to watch Ronaldinho, uh, Neymar. So just try to emulate their skills and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I see. There's a fight between Man U fans and Gunners fans here on the on
But
the. I
I'm a
mean, of course,
Manchester
the
United
Mubarak
fan
Arena.
now. As soon
Thank
as I
God,
knew
finally.
what
Yeah.
was good for me, I started supporting
Mm-hmm.
Manchester United. As a child growing up, you
See,
have no say. Whatever team your
true.
dad supports, who you have to support. If it's not gonna buy you any gifts or anything if you're
Yeah.
supporting another.
I'll tell you, I've been a Man U fan for years and years and years, and I'll tell you because you're a Man U fan. Next season's jersey, I'm buying your original jersey for being a Man U fan. Wonderful.
Thank you, thank
United
you,
forever. Anyway,
thank
so
you.
I know you'll be transferring to a
Hmm.
four-year college this fall
Hmm.
with an astounding scholarship. So, do you want to share
Hmm.
with us how you managed to get the scholarships you have going to the four-year college?
Um, I think the key to getting scholarships is you have to maintain a good GPA. Anything
True,
closer to 4.0 always helps your chances.
true.
Um, be involved in in organizations, student clubs,
Yeah,
community service projects that you're passionate about. A lot of students will just stack a lot of stuff on their resume because maybe they think that colleges think, oh, I'm well rounded. But it's not the quantity that matters. It's more about the
yeah,
quality. Like
I
what
agree.
do you like doing? Like if you're an art student, you should join like the art club or the National Arts Society, stuff that you can actually better yourself and help other people through that.
Yeah.
And then there are a lot of scholarships that are available to students, not just international students, students in general. There are scholarships for having blue eyes, black hair, for being tall, or anything you could think of.
Yeah.
So I I developed like a spreadsheet of different scholarships. So I categorize scholarships into three. So they're the institutional, the ones that come from the college itself, and then
Yeah.
there are major national scholarships like the Jack Kent Cook undergraduate transfer scholarship or the
Yeah.
Google scholarship or the Bill Gates scholarship, and then there are the local and state scholarships. Those are usually typically harder.
Yeah.
Those are those small 1,000 scholarships, 2,000 scholarships. So do your research. Even since I've gotten all my acceptances, I've applied for like 30 scholarships, like every day, just research on these scholarships. And they're typically, especially the local and state scholarships, they're typically easier to apply to because
Mm-hmm.
like one application could satisfy the requirements for like 10 different scholarships.
True.
So I
True.
definitely recommend students to definitely research scholarship opportunities. Yeah.
Nice. So, did the love for football help you in getting the scholarships you have so far?
Um, I wouldn't say necessarily my love for football. The scholarship I got from St. Mary's was a totally merit-based scholarship. So it was
Okay,
based on my grades, my extracurricular activities, my
cool.
leadership positions. But if you're trying to get a sports scholarship, you definitely have to be good, play well.
Yeah,
You have to have a soccer resume. You definitely have to have highlight tapes, which you share with coaches, and go for ID
yeah,
camps, connect with the coaches of the any of the prospective schools that you're planning on attending. Yeah,
yeah. So it's for us, like you said, you're correct. For scholarships, there's no just one scholarship, and
there's
no
not just
one would tell you about the scholarships. So it's up to
you have.
you to continue to find for scholarships for yourself. So
Mhm.
it said this guy won the Nigerian Teens Youth Award for Choice Sports Personality. He didn't tell us. Let's know about that
Uh,
award.
that was back in 2017. So
Okay.
there's this organization called the NTCA, the Nigerian Teen
Okay.
Choice Award. So they award teenagers across Nigeria with um, different categories.
Yeah.
Best dressed, most influential, choice sports personality,
Yeah.
most inspirational. So that was pretty cool to win my first like nationally recognized award.
Nice. Okay. I know you've been in America for almost 3 years, if I'm not
Mhm.
wrong. Yeah. So what is something on your bucket list that you want to do if not done so far?
Whoa. um. Wow. Thing about me, like I'm an introverted person, so I'm not really adventurous. My day
What are
is always planned, so there's nothing really that I want to do per se.
okay.
But if if I can just get a professional soccer contract, that would just make my my that's the only thing on my bucket list. Like,
Okay, well, I have no doubt in my heart that you get the content you deserve because one, you are an amazing player in the first place. I've seen some of your videos and I've not watched you play in person, but I know you're good from the way you lecture other people on how to love soccer for themselves and how to enjoy the
mhm.
game. It's not everyone that has that gift. So I'm not worried at all that you have the best contract you deserve.
Thank you. I appreciate
You
that.
are you're welcome. So I know that there are lots of your friends listening on the show now. Oh, he's good. I'll tell you, Bennett, he's good. He's good. That's my friend Bennett. Yeah. So I know that a lot of your friends watching now. If what would you tell them if they want to come to America to study from the countries they are in, or let's say from Nigeria or from Africa?
Hmm. Um. Oh, that's a good question. Like, are you asking me for advice on being a student here, or like
Yeah,
just tips on how to succeed?
I think both. Let's do both. Let's do both for them.
Okay.
What do you think?
Um. Hmm. So first of all, you have to work hard in your academics, whatever you're passionate about. Like, you have to work extremely hard. Nothing good comes easy. Aim to always be the best of the best, and definitely whatever you're doing, you always have to combine it with prayers. The grace
Yeah.
of God is very, very important. So everything that all your dreams, goals, aspirations, always just commit it to prayer, you know, and God always answers prayers. It's not sometimes people get like distraught when their prayers are not answered, thinking like, oh, but sometimes it's not always what you want that
Mm-hmm.
is you. But sometimes God usually gives you what you need and what is going to be beneficial to you,
I
And
agree.
in terms of applying to US colleges, like don't be afraid. Because I know a lot of students, they typically shy away from like the Ivy Leagues or like the top colleges, thinking, I'm not going to get in. Like, you have not even tried, you've not even applied yet. You know, believe
Mhm.
in yourself, believe in your talents, like shine through your application,
True.
seek for help. You know, you cannot you cannot do it all by yourself. Like, your friends are there to support you. Talk to your professors, you know, in office hours. You know, also be willing to help other people. Like, it's not a competition where it has to be me. Like, there's a kind of joy when everyone around you is also succeeding,
Yeah.
you know. And then believe in yourself, and also be humble. Like, don't be arrogant or
Yeah.
overly confident. And then you're the creator of your own destiny at the end of the day. Like, whatever you want to do, like, you just have to believe in it and be confident that you achieve it.
No matter who you are, who your father is, where you come from the world, when you come to a different place, you have to be humble because people see through you. They see through your words. So they know when you're humble. They know when you are a bigot. They know when you are just being stupid in the first place. No one wants to help someone being stupid. The things Mubarak has gotten so far, the things I have gotten so far in America, it didn't come overnight. It came out of humility, and it came
Mm-hmm.
out of the hard work we've put into doing what we've done so far. I was telling him the other day, I've been to 35 states, all paid for, not because I have the money to fly everywhere in America, no, but because
Mm-hmm.
we know how we can tell the schools, hey, you know what? There's this conference in New York or in DC that I think we can go for that will put the school's name on the map of the country, and every school wants their name to be on the map of the country. So
Mm-hmm.
that way the schools will be willing to give you full sponsorship while you go there and have a wonderful time, gain experience, because networking is important. He knows, Mubarak knows that networking is important in America here. If you want to be the best of the best, I want to go forward, you have to network as much as possible.
Sometimes it's
So,
not actually how hard you work, but how smart
true,
you work. The
true.
people that you know, the people that you connect with, it usually plays a big role in how successful that you would be. So whatever your major is or whatever you're interested in, find the people that are the best of the best in that profession and connect with them. It doesn't hurt to just send them a message on LinkedIn or, you know, on social media, and then
Hmm.
you just go there.
I
Network.
agree.
That's something that PTK taught me, and which I'm very grateful for. The numerous networking opportunities, scholarship opportunities, and the leadership conferences we attended. It was really amazing, you know.
Oh yeah. So whenever you are, I always advocate for community colleges, and when you get there, advocate for you to join Fight the Kappa, because that way you can meet wonderful people all over the country, all over the world. We are in almost 18 countries in the world. Fight the Kappa. So yes, we're widespread around the globe. All right. Before I let you go, 'cause I know you have to go for training today, if I'm not wrong. Before I let you go, the people that have been a blessing to you, the people that have been there for you when difficult times, good times, bad times. Do you want to give them a shout out and let's just say something nice to them? We don't mind. It's all your time. So.
Mm. First of all, I'd like to thank God, you know, for blessing me and giving me the talents that I have. Like, I'm nothing without Almighty Allah. And then my parents, Haruna, my mom, Miss Aisha Haruna, my siblings, Abdul Basit and Hadiza. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, okay. Like to give a shout out to my close friends, Uche, Jeff, Peter, Michael, Rotimi, Tofumi, for, you know, always like encouraging me and supporting
I
me.
think we
Um,
lost you there.
my
Can you hear me?
coaches.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
I
now.
can hear you now. So you talked about thank you to your family.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. There
Mubarak,
was
can you hear
something
me?
wrong with connection.
Okay,
Yeah, I
it's
can. I
fine. So
can.
I think you stopped at thanking your family. Let's continue from there.
Yeah, I said I'll shout out to my parents, Mr.
Okay.
Abubakar Haruna, my mom, Aisha Haruna, my siblings, Abdul Basit and Hadiza for their love and support,
Yeah.
my close friends, Peter Michael, Tofumi, Uche, Jeffrey, Rotimi, always pushing me, encouraging me. My coaches back from all the way from primary school, high school, Coach Aluma, Coach IG, my recent coaches, Coach Aguiar, Coach Van Stratum, uh, all my professors, classmates, colleagues I've worked with,
Yeah.
you know, everyone that has helped. There's so many people that I cannot even mention that
Yeah.
have helped me throughout my journey, and I'm just grateful, to have them.
Yeah, well, Haruna, thank you for being on the show today. You are
You're welcome.
someone I truly respect a lot, and I know that you'll be the best of who you are, and I wish you the very best in your future, okay?
Thank you.
All right, well, have a wonderful weekend, man. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you.
All right. You too.
Yeah. Yeah.